AI. Your daily breakdown of the markets, technology, and crypto trends for April 24th, 2026. Let's get started. The threat to the Federal Reserve's independence isn't over, despite the Justice Department dropping its probe into Chair Jerome Powell. President Trump's nominee for chair, Kevin Warsh, has pledged to keep the Fed independent, but it remains to be seen how he'll hold up against Trump's pressure. The news comes as the S&P 500 rises 0.8% to 7,165.08, and the Nasdaq climbs 1.63% to 24,836.6. The Fed will be watching closely, especially with the prospect of the investigation being reopened. Meanwhile, the market is reacting positively, with Nvidia up 4.32% to 208.27 and Tesla rising 0.69% to 376.3. The question is, can the Fed maintain its independence in the face of ongoing political pressure?
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is facing a critical decision after the Justice Department's criminal probe into renovations at Fed headquarters has been referred to the central bank's Inspector General. With this development, Powell must now choose whether to stay on at the helm or follow historic precedent and step down. This decision comes at a delicate time for policymaking, and its impact could be significant. The S&P 500 is currently trading at 7,165.08, up 0.8% on the day, while the Nasdaq has gained 1.63% to reach 24,836.6. As Powell weighs his options, market watchers are closely monitoring the situation, with some analysts suggesting he may stay on for a time despite President Donald Trump's threat to fire him if he doesn't leave on his own. The uncertainty surrounding Powell's future is being closely watched, and its outcome could have far-reaching implications for the economy and financial markets.
Breaking news in the tech world: Tim Cook is stepping down as CEO of Apple in September, handing over the reins to hardware chief John Ternus. This transition comes at a time when Apple's App Store is facing pressure over its 30% cut, and the company's influence over developers is being challenged. Apple stock is currently trading at $271.06, down 0.87% on the day. The tech giant's future under new leadership will be closely watched, especially as the company navigates a changing ecosystem. Meanwhile, the broader market is seeing gains, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% to 7,165.08 and the Nasdaq rising 1.63% to 24,836.6. Nvidia is leading the charge, up 4.32% to $208.27. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this leadership change affects Apple and the tech industry as a whole.
Intel's stock has just had its best day since 1987, soaring 24% to close at $82.57. This surge comes as investors cheer signs of renewed growth due to mounting artificial intelligence demand. The chipmaker's turnaround is also reflected in its revenue, which topped estimates and rose 7.2% to $13.58 billion. Meanwhile, the broader market is seeing gains, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% to 7,165.08 and the Nasdaq rising 1.63% to 24,836.6. Nvidia, a key investor in Intel, is also up 4.32% to $208.27. With Intel's stock now up 124% this year, it's clear that CEO Lip-Bu Tan's strategy is paying off, putting the company back on the competitive track in the AI boom.
Gold and silver prices are falling as oil prices soar, with gold down to $4,706.80 and silver at $75.18. This comes as Brent crude oil prices breached $100 a barrel before sliding back to $97.76. The surge in energy costs is keeping inflation concerns front and center for the Fed, which could lead to rising interest rates and suppressed gold demand. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 is up 0.8% to 7,165.08, and the Nasdaq has gained 1.63% to 24,836.6. Nvidia is leading the charge, up 4.32% to $208.27. As investors navigate this complex market, it's essential to keep a close eye on the prices of gold, oil, and other key assets.
Bitcoin's surge has stalled, with the cryptocurrency hovering around $78,000 as markets await clarity on the US-Iran conflict. The S&P 500 has hit new all-time highs, but risk assets are struggling to gain traction. With Bitcoin's price support at risk, analysts warn of a potential deeper retracement. Meanwhile, the real-time market snapshot shows Bitcoin trading at $77,667.40, down 0.77% on the day. Ethereum is also under pressure, trading at $2,326.02, while Solana is up 0.79% at $86.82. As the first quarter reporting season approaches, strong earnings will be crucial to sustain the equities push, with the S&P 500 currently at $7,165.08, up 0.8% on the day. Google is investing up to $40 billion in AI firm Anthropic, with $10 billion committed now at a $350 billion valuation. This move comes as Anthropic releases its powerful new model, Mythos, with significant cybersecurity applications. The AI race is heating up, with OpenAI securing multi-billion-dollar deals and Anthropic striking infrastructure partnerships, including a recent $5 billion investment from Amazon. Google Cloud will provide Anthropic with 5 gigawatts of computing capacity over the next 5 years. Meanwhile, the market is reacting, with Nvidia's stock price at $208.27, up 4.32% today. This investment is a significant boost to Anthropic's growth, and we'll be watching to see how it impacts the AI landscape.
Nuclear startup X-Energy is making headlines with its $1 billion IPO, selling 44.3 million shares for $23 each. This comes as the demand for electricity from data centers and other parts of the economy continues to surge. X-Energy is set to begin trading on the Nasdaq exchange under the ticker XE on Friday. The company has already secured deals with major players like Dow and Amazon, with the latter leading X-Energy's Series C1 round. As the market awaits X-Energy's debut, the Nasdaq is currently trading at 24,836.6, up 1.63% today. Meanwhile, tech giants like Nvidia are seeing significant gains, with its stock price at $208.27, up 4.32%. We'll be keeping a close eye on X-Energy's performance as it enters the public market.
The tech industry is bracing for a labor crisis as AI sweeps across corporate America. Meta and Microsoft have announced over 20,000 job cuts, sparking concerns that this is just the beginning. With AI adoption slowing hiring for entry-level and generalized IT roles, tech salaries remain largely flat, except for specialized jobs like AI engineers. Meanwhile, the market is watching as Nvidia's stock price rises to $208.27, up 4.32% today. As companies like Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta continue to invest nearly $700 billion in AI infrastructure, the question remains, what does the future of work look like in the AI era? The answer is still uncertain, but one thing is clear. The tech landscape is changing rapidly, and workers are feeling anxious about what's to come.
Nvidia stock has closed at a record high, pushing its market cap past $5 trillion. The stock rose 4.3% to close at $208.27, driven by soaring demand for artificial intelligence services and models. This surge comes ahead of earnings next week from tech hyperscalers. The Nasdaq is now up 15% in April, headed for its best month since April 2020. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 is trading at 7,165.08, up 0.8%, and the Nasdaq is at 24,836.6, up 1.63%. Nvidia's rally was sparked by better-than-expected earnings from Intel, which saw its shares spike 24%. As the tech sector continues to gain momentum, investors are keeping a close eye on Nvidia's increasing competition in AI, particularly from Alphabet's new chips. With the market cap milestone reached, Nvidia's future growth will be closely watched, especially with its current price at $208.27.
Breaking news on the Federal Reserve front, as Democratic senators warn that U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro could reopen the probe into Fed Chair Jerome Powell at any time. This comes after Pirro announced that the investigation is temporarily paused, with the Fed's Inspector General set to look into cost overruns on a renovation project. The S&P 500 is currently trading at 7,165.08, up 0.8% on the day, while the Nasdaq has gained 1.63% to 24,836.6. The development has sparked concerns over potential political motivations, with Senators Elizabeth Warren and Dick Durbin seeking clarity on the decision to halt the investigation. Meanwhile, the market remains focused on the nomination of Kevin Warsh to replace Powell, with the Senate Banking Committee set to move forward on the confirmation process. As the situation unfolds, investors are keeping a close eye on the market, with Nvidia shares up 4.32% to 208.27 and Tesla gaining 0.69% to 376.3.
Mobileye is shifting into high gear, lifting its annual revenue forecast after a strong first quarter. The self-driving tech company's shares jumped nearly 14% in early trading, following a revenue beat of $558 million, topping Wall Street estimates of $515.6 million. This comes as the auto industry demand recovers, with car manufacturers restocking inventories. Meanwhile, the market is reacting positively, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% to 7,165.08, and the Nasdaq rising 1.63% to 24,836.6. Nvidia, a key player in the tech space, is up 4.32% to $208.27. Mobileye now expects 2026 revenue between $1.94 billion and $2.02 billion, a significant boost from its previous forecast. As the automotive market continues to recover, investors are taking notice, and Mobileye stock is reaping the benefits.
As Americans navigate tight finances, nearly three-quarters expect inflation and everyday costs to impact their financial well-being this year. Despite market volatility, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% to 7,165.08, people are turning to artificial intelligence for help. AI is being used to create budgets, review investment recommendations, and audit personal finances. Meanwhile, 44% of Americans prioritize spending on day-to-day treats over saving for the future. As the Nasdaq rises 1.63% to 24,836.6, and Nvidia jumps 4.32% to 208.27, it's clear that financial health is a top concern. With Bitcoin down 0.77% to 77,667.4, and Ethereum down 0.24% to 2,326.02, investors are looking for ways to make informed decisions. As one expert notes, the goal isn't to eliminate spending, but to spend intentionally on what matters.
X-Energy stock is making a big splash on its first day of trading, popping 27% to close at $29.20, well above its initial public offering price of $23 per share. This surge in interest is a significant shift from just 5 years ago, when the nuclear industry was plagued by delays and cost overruns. Now, with the AI-driven data center boom in full swing, investors are betting on X-Energy's compact reactor design to provide a reliable source of power. The company's valuation has reached $11.5 billion, and with major players like Amazon committing to buy up to 5 gigawatts of capacity, the future looks bright. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq is up 1.63% to 24,836.6, with Nvidia leading the charge, up 4.32% to $208.27. As the market continues to evolve, one thing is clear: nuclear power is back in the spotlight, and X-Energy is at the forefront of this trend.
We're seeing a perfect storm in the tech world, with marked-up Mac Minis flooding eBay amid shortages driven by AI demand. The $599 base model is sold out on Apple's website, and eBay prices are soaring, with some listings reaching as high as $979. This comes as Apple's stock price has dropped 0.87% to $271.06. The shortage is also driving up demand for the Mac Studio, which is now sold out across several configurations. Meanwhile, the broader market is seeing gains, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% to 7,165.08 and the Nasdaq rising 1.63% to 24,836.6. Nvidia, a key player in the AI space, is up 4.32% to $208.27. As the tech world continues to evolve, one thing is clear: the demand for AI-friendly devices is here to stay.
Google is making a massive bet on artificial intelligence, investing up to $40 billion in Anthropic. The deal involves an initial $10 billion at Anthropic's valuation of $380 billion, with the remaining $30 billion contingent on performance milestones. This move expands on a long-standing partnership between the two companies, with Google providing access to Anthropic's Claude models through its cloud division. Meanwhile, Nvidia stock is up 4.32% to $208.27, as the tech giant competes with Google's tensor processing units. The S&P 500 is also seeing a boost, up 0.8% to 7,165.08, while the Nasdaq is up 1.63% to 24,836.6. This investment is a significant step for Google as it spreads its AI bets, and we can expect to see more developments in the AI market as a result.
SpaceX has struck a $60 billion deal for the right to buy AI coding startup Cursor, giving the company the option to purchase the startup later this year. This move is part of Elon Musk's plan to transform SpaceX into an AI behemoth ahead of its upcoming IPO, which is targeting a valuation of $1.75 billion to $1.8 trillion. The deal highlights the growing trend of AI startups partnering with larger companies to secure the necessary compute power to improve their models. Meanwhile, the market is reacting positively, with the S&P 500 up 0.8% and the Nasdaq rising 1.63%. Nvidia, a key player in the AI space, is up 4.32% to $208.27. As the tech industry continues to evolve, we can expect to see more strategic partnerships and investments in the AI sector.
Breaking news in the tech world: a new AI social network has just raised $5.1 million in pre-seed funding. Ceres, the brainchild of 2 Yale students, aims to revolutionize the way we connect with others through iMessage. With investors like Venmo co-founder Ikram Magdan Ismail and Reddit CEO Steve Huffman on board, this startup is definitely one to watch. Meanwhile, in the markets, Nvidia stock is up 4.32% to $208.27, a significant gain that could be a bellwether for the tech industry. As the tech landscape continues to shift, companies like Ceres are at the forefront of innovation, using AI to facilitate connections and change the way we interact. With the Nasdaq up 1.63% to 24,836.6, it's an exciting time for tech investors and enthusiasts alike.
QuantBrief, a startup that helps creators control AI-generated media, has hit a $500 million valuation after raising $30 million in funding. The company's node-based workflow gives creators granular control over image, video, and audio outputs from diffusion models. With over 4 million users, QuantBrief is becoming a necessary tool for technical artists and creatives. Meanwhile, the tech sector is seeing gains, with Nvidia up 4.32% to $208.27 and Tesla rising 0.69% to $376.30. As AI technology continues to improve, companies like QuantBrief are poised to play a major role in shaping the future of media creation.
X has launched its standalone messaging app, XChat, on iOS devices, marking a shift away from its everything app vision. The new app offers end-to-end encrypted messaging, file sharing, and group chats, with features like disappearing messages and screenshot blocking. This move comes as the company aims to expand its services beyond its core platform. Meanwhile, in the market, tech stocks are seeing a boost, with Nvidia up 4.32% to $208.27 and Tesla rising 0.69% to $376.30. The S&P 500 is also up, gaining 0.8% to 7,165.08. As X continues to evolve its strategy, investors will be watching closely to see how this new app impacts the company's growth and competitiveness in the tech space.
Kratos Defense and Security Solutions is making headlines as one of the best upside stocks to buy according to analysts. The company recently completed the initial flight series of its new Firejet unmanned aerial system, integrated with the Kratos J85 engine. This high-performance version offers significant improvements in speed, range, and climb rate. With the S&P 500 up 0.8% and the Nasdaq rising 1.63%, investors are looking for stocks with strong growth potential. Kratos Defense and Security Solutions is one to watch, particularly with its focus on developing advanced products for defense and national security. As the market continues to evolve, keep an eye on stocks like Nvidia, currently trading at $208.27, and Tesla, trading at $376.30. The question is, will Kratos Defense and Security Solutions be the next big winner?
CACI International reported strong Q3 earnings, with revenue up 8.5% year-over-year to $2.4 billion. The company raised its fiscal 2026 revenue and EBITDA margin guidance, driven by the addition of ARK and strong organic margin performance. With a funded backlog increase of 19% year-over-year, CACI International is well-positioned for long-term growth. As of today, the S&P 500 is trading at 7,165.08, up 0.8%.
ServiceNow has completed its $7.75 billion acquisition of Armis, a leader in cyber exposure management. This move extends ServiceNow's security capabilities, providing a unified AI control tower to bridge the gap between detecting vulnerabilities and executing automated remediation. With the Nasdaq up 1.63% to 24,836.6, ServiceNow's acquisition is a significant development in the tech space. The company's stock is part of the 9 best upside stocks to buy according to analysts, and its recent moves are expected to boost its security capabilities. As the market continues to evolve, ServiceNow's acquisition of Armis is a strategic step forward, and investors will be watching its progress closely.
A growing backlash against AI data centers in Pennsylvania is threatening to upend the state's Republican incumbents in the 2026 election. With a $20 billion investment from Amazon on the line, the issue is becoming a major flashpoint in the state's competitive House races. As the S&P 500 hits 7,165.08, up 0.8% today, and Nvidia stock surges to 208.27, up 4.32%. The data center boom is putting pressure on local politicians to balance economic growth with environmental concerns. With electricity rates rising 21.7% in Pennsylvania last year, voters are taking notice, and it could spell trouble for Republicans running on an affordability agenda. The situation is being closely watched as the country navigates the intersection of technology and politics.
A new Amazon-backed Hollywood production startup is revolutionizing the film industry with AI technology. Innovative Dreams combines cameras, LED walls, and AI tools to cut costs and production time. With the help of Amazon Web Services and Luma, a generative AI startup, this hybrid production studio can create massive-scale films without leaving a soundstage. Meanwhile, in the market, Nvidia stock is up 4.32% to $208.27, a significant gain. As AI technology continues to transform industries, companies like Amazon and Nvidia are leading the charge. The future of film production is here, and it's being powered by AI and cloud computing.
Meta's loss is Thinking Machine's gain, as the AI startup expands with a multi-billion-dollar cloud deal with Google, giving it access to Nvidia's latest GB300 chips. This move puts Thinking Machines Lab in the same infrastructure tier as Anthropic and Meta. With a valuation of $12 billion, TML is attracting top talent, including Weiyao Wang, who left Meta last week, and Somith Chintala, TML's CTO, who spent 11 years at Meta. Meanwhile, Nvidia's stock is up 4.32% to $208.27, and the tech sector is seeing significant movement, with the Nasdaq up 1.63% to 24,836.6. As the AI landscape continues to evolve, Thinking Machines Lab is positioning itself for growth, and its recent hires suggest it's ready to take on the big players.
Breaking news in the tech world, Uber's CTO Praveen Nipali-Naga is joining the lineup for Strictly VC-SF, discussing operating at scale in the age of AI. This comes as Nvidia's stock price surges to $208.27, up 4.32% today. Naga's conversation will cover building complex systems amid the AI revolution, a topic of great interest to investors and founders alike. With the Nasdaq up 1.63% to 24,836.6, the tech sector is buzzing with activity. Don't miss out on this opportunity to learn from one of the industry's leaders. Grab a ticket now and join the Strictly VC community on April 30th.
Breaking news in the crypto space: a crypto-aligned PAC, Fellowship, has halted its support for Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's Senate bid. The PAC, which has over $100 million in funding from crypto backers, had reported spending $1.75 million on advertising for Paxton, but it appears those ads were never placed. This comes as the crypto industry is watching the U.S. Senate closely, with a bill on crypto market structure still pending. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is trading at $77,637.61, down 0.81% on the day, and Ethereum is at $2,319.49, down 0.52%. The crypto community is urging Senate leaders to take action on the market structure bill, with over 120 entities calling for progress. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and its impact on the crypto market. That's your market wrap for today. Tech stocks led the charge, with the Nasdaq posting another strong session. The story of the day, and increasingly, the year, was the relentless tsunami of capital pouring into artificial intelligence. We saw it in the hardware, with Intel posting its best day since 1987 on signs of an AI-fueled turnaround, and Nvidia blowing past a staggering $5 trillion market cap. We saw it in the infrastructure, with nuclear startup X-Energy popping 27% in its IPO, driven by the insatiable energy demands of AI data centers. And we saw it in the mega deals, with Google committing up to $40 billion to Anthropic and SpaceX securing a $60 billion option on AI coder Cursor. This frenzy is creating profound knock-on effects. On one hand, you have major layoffs at Meta and Microsoft, signaling a structural shift in the labor market as companies chase AI-driven efficiencies. On the other, it's all happening against a tense macro backdrop, with oil prices volatile due to Middle East conflict and lingering political uncertainty surrounding the Federal Reserve. So the main takeaway for investors is this: the market is in the midst of a historic capital reallocation. We are witnessing an AI industrial revolution where the long-term, multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure build-out is, for now, overriding near-term geopolitical and monetary policy headwinds. Look for the picks and shovels of this revolution, chips, power, and infrastructure, to continue showing strength. I'll see you at the opening bell. Stay bullish.